Hi, and I've just got my new phone today, so I'm just double checking, making sure everything's working, and it seems to be. So just lather up. For those people who've just joined my channel, recently I've been doing demonstrations of my own razors. I don't get to use very often. And today I'll be using my first straight razor that I ever bought some 30 years ago. Well, I was on holiday in Spain. I came across this shave shop, which was quite intriguing, and I didn't know anything about straight razors in those days, and but I saw this in the window. Filarmonica, or as some guys call them, Phillies, and it looked really intriguing, so I just bought it on the spot, and this is what it looked like in the flesh. Really classic razor. Unfortunately, the gold etching has worn away. All this was etched in gold. Doble Temple, it said, I think, from memory, and it's been a really good razor. Still kept the original box, as you can see. You know, it's a bit stained over the years, but 30 years old. It's got a spike point, which when I first bought it was absolutely lethal, and like I said, I didn't know anything about straights at the time. But I do remember vividly my first shave with this razor, and I didn't know anything about angles. And obviously there's no internet in those days, no YouTube, and in hindsight what I should have done, I should have taken it to a barber and asked the barber to shave with my razors and learn how to use it. But all in all, typical me, yeah, right in at the deep end, you know, jump in there. And my first shave was I started on the chin, which is a big no, you don't start on your chin, you start on the fleshy side in your neck area, not your chin. And I went in this sort of an angle, and instead of shaving the chin, it actually went halfway into the chin, right halfway up the blade. It was literally like carving a turkey breast. So I just put my finger on my chin, pulled it out, and I give it a wipe clean and put it back in its box. I thought, I'm not shaving with this thing until I know some more about them, you know. And I've only ever refreshed it once because some little charmer was messing around with it and took it out of the box and dropped it in the sink. So because of that, there was a chip in the edge, round about there was a chip in the blade. They don't like being dropped in sinks. So I had to learn how to bread knife and sharpen and hone. I suppose that's where it all started. And the rest is history, as they say. But have you ever come across a filly on eBay or an old flea market somewhere? I recommend them, they're really good razors. Like I say, I've had this for 30 years and it still shaves like a brand new razor. The chin's always a bit of an awkward area to shave, and if you're struggling to cut the beard using a downward stroke, then just stretch your skin and go across, or go across that way, you know, whatever suits. So I'll put this one away. Hopefully it should be a better recording. It should be better quality on my new Samsung phone. I'll just put this one away. I'll look at this one. I've had this for about 11 years now. It says PLS. And I've managed to retain the gold etching on this one. I've looked after this one a little bit better. Be careful when I'm cleaning. It's got a nice decorative spine. If I open it up, and you can see the spine there. I like it when they have these decorative spines. Makes the razor look good. So it says Golden Dispatch on there, and when I went to have a look online, because there's no actual maker's name, but the closest I can get is to a German guy, a Peter Ludwig Schmidt, who founded a company with his father around about 1790. So it's a German blade. And as you probably noticed, it's got a round point as opposed to the other filly, which is spike point. If I was starting over again, I would have done a little bit more homework on razors, and I would have gone for a round point rather than a spike point. But it was just an impulse buy, and I was on holiday. I remember actually this holiday was in Torremolinos, which has got quite a bad reputation. But from what I could see, it looked okay. And I do remember stumbling upon another nice little shop. There was an old workshop, like a violin maker or something. But this guy made classical guitars in his workshop. Everything handmade, and he had an absolute beauty classical guitar. It was all inlaid on the back of the guitar. So I bought that as well. Another one of my impulse buys. I'm holding the razor a little bit differently to get in this particular area. I actually put my finger on the spine like that. It somehow seems easier to control the actual angle. Oh, I think I've cut myself so many times with that Filarmonica. I've nicked every area over the past. You can probably just see the mound there, just went straight in, like that, trying to put it straight out. Oh, there's a line here somewhere. You might not be able to see it now, it's healed up properly, but there's a faint line which goes from there right there down to my Adam's apple, where I got the spike point at the wrong angle and just unzipped my neck in one stroke. That's quite spectacular. I've bled like a pig. But you live and learn. You eventually get it right. Minus your ears. That's near enough for jazz. Okay, thanks very much for watching. And just hope that video quality is a little bit better this time. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and probably catch up with the weekend. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Thank you. Bye.